Good morning, everyone, and Merry Christmas to all of you. It is Christmas Day here in South Africa. I'm up and about early. The household, some of them still sleeping, some walking the dog. Fluffy is having a good old snooze here next to me. The sun is trying to peep out, and I thought I'd jump on while I had a moment before the Christmas madness really kicks in and do some readings and just check in first of all with the Radiant Tarot, my lovely tarot deck that I bought to celebrate the late Queen's Jubilee earlier this year. I thought I'd just jump on and take the temperature, see how the royals are doing. The royals at Sandringham and the royal that's far, far away. That is Prince Harry. I'm going to do a compare and contrast reading with these cards and just see how the ones at Sandringham are getting on and the one far, far away is getting on, allegedly far, far away, even in the Bahamas. And we'll ask and see where he is. We'll ask and see how he's getting on with the people around him, and whether he misses his family at Sandringham. The family at Sandringham, of course, all gathered, and apparently it's going to be a really fun Christmas at Sandringham because the Parker Bowles contingent know how to party. Laura and possibly Tom, Camilla's children, Mike and Zara are going to be there. Even Fergie is going to be there. Everybody is going to be there, gathered at Sandringham for what seems like a real foot-stomping Christmas. Everybody except Harry and Meghan. So we're going to do a compare and contrast. Look at the vibe, look at the place where they are, the vibe, how everyone's getting on, whether the two parties, the two contingents miss each other or not, and our outcome really for Harry, who is the one basically in self-imposed exile. And I think the cards are warmed up, they really are. And as I lay out this compare and contrast tarot reading for you this morning, I want to wish all of you a fabulous Christmas, particularly those of you who are on your own today, sending you lots and lots of love. And those of you who are battling extreme weather conditions, I know that it's pretty wild out there for some of you. I hope you've made it through safely, that you're warm, that you are provisioned and all the rest of it, and it's not too terrible. Strange things going on this planet. We are having very odd weather here ourselves, not quite as radical as what some of you are going through, but this is really we're having a very cold Christmas, a very damp Christmas, quite strange. So that is what's going on in the world around us, but the world of Harry and Meghan and the royals, just generally, we're going to check in with it now. I'm just moving the cards across a little bit so I can put the cards there. And let's remind you before I start the reading that this is just a tarot reading for entertainment purposes, or just my opinion or speculation. I read on the royal families, as I'm reading right now, the royal family, let's say, because it's an archetypal royal family. And it is, of course, learning for all of us. That's what archetypes do. They represent meta stories for us that we can use to navigate our own lives. There is a written disclaimer in the box below, and the Queen of Pentacles has come out in reverse as the underlying energy of this reading. That is the late Queen Elizabeth. I'm getting quite choked up as I see this card. There was a very emotional carol service that was broadcast yesterday evening, Christmas Eve, where a lovely tribute to the late Queen was somehow imposed on that wonderful grand piano as that very moving Christmas carol was played very beautifully. There she is. She is what it's all about. And just in case we didn't realize, next card down is the Empress. We're talking about what has been lost, what has passed, and it's going to be on everyone's mind. Even though they might be having a very jolly Christmas at Sandringham, it's on their mind, and it's on Harry's mind as well. You can rest assured. This is the royal side of the reading. This is the Harry side of the reading. And right at the heart of this is the late Queen, the person who is most missed, who I think Christmas was very special for. That gathering at Sandringham was very important to her. They're trying to continue her traditions, trying to reinvent her traditions. Christmas always the time. I'm getting a little bit choked up too. When you think about the people that you have lost, when you wish to be with the people that you really love. And again, as I say, to those of you particularly this year who are missing loved ones, who are alone, whatever your circumstances, you are not alone. Our little community is with you, and let me also assure you that looking down on you are those people that you loved and you lost, and hosts of angels and beings of light. They are around us right now. I know that. So let us look at the center of this reading, the issue. And we got the Four of Swords in reverse. And this is the card when it's upright of rest and peace, which is what Christmas should be about. Putting down your sword and taking time out to rest and recover from the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune that you might have experienced this past year and that the royals might have experienced. But the card is in the reverse. So even during this Christmas season, this time of peace and goodwill for the royals, for the royal family here and for Harry there is no peace and goodwill. There is no time of rest. The conflict goes on, the rumbles go on, the discontent, the disharmony, all of that goes on. People who should be taking time out are not. And we saw that, and I'm going to read on that in the next reading today with a little clap back to the sun. Meghan Markle's little clap back. But let's look at the royals, the venue, where they are. Tell us about that, just the energy of it. And it's the Six of Cups in reverse. I'm not surprised to see this card. It's the card of memory. It's the card of the past, happy times, innocent times, childhood times, times with family and loved ones. It's in reverse, and they are gathered there at Sandringham, one of the late Queen's most favourite places, and where she spent a lot of time. She seemed to spend her winters there, really. And they are surrounded by memories. They are surrounded by memories of the people that they have lost. And yeah, so it's not easy for them, even though they're there and they've got a very happy, jolly crowd gathered. There's going to be some somber moments. There's going to be memories. There's going to be reflection on the people that have gone. Tell me about Harry, where he is, the Bahamas, wherever he is, whatever universe wants to tell me about where Harry is. He's the Ten of Pentacles. And I can tell you that in his mind, he is at Sandringham. Wherever he is, and he might be somewhere very fancy and very expensive with that card, with that Ten of Pentacles, somewhere that cost a whole boatload of money. And I use that term advisedly because allegedly they are on a very fancy yacht somewhere in the Caribbean. His mind, his heart, his whatever is with the royals in Sandringham. You can see from that card, the little center of the card, yeah, he is not in the Caribbean. He may physically be in the Caribbean, but very, very, very specific imagery. He may, in his mind, he is with the royals in Sandringham. Tell us about the dynamic, how they're all getting on, what's going on between them. We got the Knight of Swords in reverse. This is not easy energy with the Knight of Swords in reverse. This is some quite harsh energy that's going on. Even though they're all gathered there allegedly and ostensibly to, you know, send out a signal to the world that the royals are carrying on. It's Christmas everywhere. That is harsh energy. That is quite a strident energy. The Knight of Swords is very military, very combative, comes flying in. It's fast-moving energy, ruthless energy, swift. If there's a problem, the Knight of Swords comes flying in and sorts it out. Under the surface, because the card is in reverse, this is under the surface. Under the surface, there is a hell of a lot going on. All kinds of things are being worked out, but under the surface. We've already had Andrew, who's been removed from Buckingham Palace, Prince Andrew. There may be other people who may be getting a bit of a comeuppance in quite a subtle way. When the card is in reverse, it can be extremely ruthless, extremely brutal, or it can be more hidden, more camouflaged energy. And I'm reading this as more camouflaged energy today. That there are things going on behind the scenes, possibly with the distant royal over here, but possibly with people who are gathered there, that their number might be up. They might be finding themselves really, there is stuff going on. King Charles is working. He has a plan. He has a strategy, and he's working through it quite solidly. And the message is going out. Neil Sean had a thing today. The message going out to Harry with this maneuver, with Andrew being kicked out of Buckingham Palace and told you're on your own. You can't use royal premises, royal addresses, all the rest of it. That Harry, this is a message to you that you're also in the firing line. If you think you're safe, you think you can take pot shots and snipe away at us, be warned, be advised. It's very easy to remove you as well. There's the message. How are the two getting on? How's Harry getting on with the people around him? Seven of Wands. That is a defensive card. He's feeling on the back foot here. He's feeling like he's got to defend himself. He feels like he's under attack. There is the attack, and there he is. It's not really telling me about the domestic side of things. It's not telling me domestic bliss, put it that way, because I'm literally asking, how are people getting on in close proximity? But universe has said, don't ask a stupid question. They're all okay. They're not getting on. You know they don't get on. You've read on it 1,000 times. This is looking at each other across whatever ocean they're looking across at, whatever continents they're looking across at. He's on the back foot. He's defensive. And there is a plan in place. It's subtle, but it's coming. It might be because the card is in reverse, it's being held off over the Christmas season, and because the book is about to come out. That night is being, it's almost as if the horse is being reined in, and at some stage it's going to be given a nudge, and it's going to be let go, and it's going to be galloping towards this one. And he's waiting because he knows that he is going to be in big trouble pretty soon. So let's see what their feelings about each other. Are they missing Harry? Are they sitting there? They're certainly missing the late Queen, Prince Philip, people they've lost, people who've passed, people who aren't around. How they're feeling towards Harry there, the royals collectively. King of Cups, yes, they are missing him. That's a William and Charles energy in particular, although there are tons of water sign men in the royal family. Edward is one, Andrew is one. A lot of emotion there. Missing, definitely feeling very sad beneath the surface. I'm getting a lot of sad energy here for all the what a fine time they're going to be having, and what fun. Definitely missing, definitely heart sore, sad, yearning for what has passed, for what will never be again with the Six of Cups, what you wish you could erase from your mind in some ways. I often get that energy with the Six of Cups when I do these royal readings, what you wish you could forget, or delete, you know, Control, Alt, Delete, remove from your mind. A lot of sorrow, and definitely those two men, the brother and the father, are missing him. But it is also withdrawing, taking energy away from a situation. I get this card constantly in these readings. William and Charles are detaching. And when a water sign detaches, finally, it's goodbye. So how's Harry feeling towards his family? His family who have not apologized. Wow. He's still got a load of rage and resentment aimed towards them. Seven of Swords. We've got a lot of sevens on Harry's side. He's in a lap of luxury. He's thinking about them. He's thinking. Sevens are thinking cards before action. This is the waiting for the attack that he expects to come his way. This is, he's feeling very hostile towards them. It's a very nasty card, the Seven of Swords. It's a card, let's throw in one of those allegedly, I'm speculating, of dirty dealing. Let's put it like that in this reading. It's just a card of nasty intentions towards people. He does not wish them well. They miss him. They're lamenting him. They're mourning him. He is actively wishing harm in their direction. That's how I'm reading the cards. That's my speculation around this energy. That's not a nice card. It's the card normally of someone ghosting someone, stealing away in the night, taking things that don't belong to them. It's all that kind of energy, very ugly energy. And there it is. Really malevolent energy. Outcome, and the outcome particularly for Harry of this Christmas energy, the setting, this thing, temperance, there we get it. It's the card of impatience. It's the angel when it's upright. In the reverse, it's the devil. It's toxicity. The angel in reverse is the fallen angel. It's the devil. Is herself that we always read here in this channel as the wife. her toxicity, the hostility, it's there in the Seven of Swords. It's maximum here with the Temperance card in reverse. There is no healing coming. There is no wisdom. There is no balance. There is no harmony. It's impatient. It's hostile. It's toxic. It's the lies. It's the resentments, the obsessions, the addictions, all the things that I read on constantly, because it's archetypal. Let's remind you of that, and let's remind everyone who might else be watching this channel that this is archetypal energy, and there it is. Not good. It's a big card to come out as the outcome. It's unfortunately, he's aligned with that energy at the moment. He has picked his side. He's picked his poison, and there is poison coming. And alas, for her who is in the heart of this all, good thing that she's not around to see the Netflix docu-series season 1. Apparently there's more coming, and the book that's about to hit the shelves, and a very pitiful biography. If you go online and you look at the biography of the alleged author Harry, it really makes for very pathetic reading, him and his 3 dogs. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I wish you all very well for this Christmas season. I'll jump on whenever I can and do readings to keep you company and to keep me sane. And I will see you again soon.